self-doubt and lack of direction. So we instill confidence and we give people clarity and focus in terms of how to turn their dreams into reality. What made confidence coaching and helping people realize their dreams seem like the problem I'm going to solve? The problem solving is self-doubt and lack of direction, right? So we instill confidence and we give people clarity and focus in terms of how to turn their dreams into reality. It's just like a part of who I am, right? I'm a good problem solver. Like, okay, what's the problem? How do we get micro steps to get it like broken down into little pieces and just like figure out how to solve the problem? And like I said, since I was a little girl, I've always been a dreamer, and I just feel so fortunate that the people around me, my family, my support system, my loved ones have always believed in me, which helps me to believe in myself. And that's the value and the service I really try to bring to my clients, to help them believe in themselves. And so I think this is what God made me to do. That's what it seems like. That's it, right? Because that's what I always come back to that. I have so many people wanting me to offer me to do different things. And I'm like, thank you so much. Yes and no, right? I want to walk in my purpose. I want to have my own set of unique challenges. I want to serve people at a very high level, and I want to be tapped in and tuned into the source that created me, because that seems to be where the knowledge, the wisdom, the intelligence comes from. And so I think right now, this is my answer right now, because your life is always evolving. I think this is what I was born to do, right? Because I love it so much. Something that makes me unique in my coaching experience is that I get the vision. When my client tells me the outcome they want, I get a download of the vision being fulfilled. And for me, I operate from that mindset, that heart set, meaning I am now committed to your vision, your outcome. So when things get challenging, as they will, in terms of bumping up against set, very coarse, dense thought patterns, belief patterns, life patterns, generational patterns that people have to figure out if they're going to dissolve those things, dismantle those things, and develop like a new operating system. I'm there because I keep reminding them of the outcome that they said they wanted to fulfill. And so that gives them the courage to dismantle a lot of unhealthy thought patterns, beliefs, generational structures that are keeping them from living their best lives. And when it gets dark, when it gets heavy, it gets uncomfortable, we just let the vision light us up. Like, remember what you said you wanted. You can do it. Other people have fulfilled their visions. You can do it as well, right? So when it gets daunting and it gets heavy and they want to give up, it's like, hey, do you still want the vision? Because if you want it, I want it. Right? And that's what we're committed to. So we buckle down, we hunker down, and we get things done. And there are times when, and to be honest, there are times when there are clients who say they want something and they're just not ready. They're not ready to let go of the patterns. They're not ready to let go of the narratives. They're not, and it's just where they are, right? So I can still hold a space of love and respect for them. And when they're ready and they come back, hey, we can turn it on and turn it up and get it going. Yeah, but it has to be the client's decision and choice. This is going to be interesting. Okay, so my favorite professional experience is back in 2003. I was hired to do a keynote talk for a church organization. I think it was in Greenville, Texas, right? That was my first paid keynote talk, right? So I published my first book, so they found me through my first book, Unfoldings: A Woman's Journey. So they invited me to come in and speak at their annual church banquet. Again, it was my first paid speaking assignment. I get there, they pay for everything in advance. I knew my talk, right? I knew my talking points, all the things. However, as they were getting ready to call my name to get up and deliver the keynote talk, I was so gripped with fear until the point where when they called my name, it's almost like my body got up to the podium and my entire speech stayed in my seat. And so I am having a meltdown because I'm overwhelmed with fear and I don't even know what to do, right? I'm just like, oh my gosh, this is happening and what am I gonna do? So I'm just like, my speech is gone. It's no longer with me. And I'm like, what am I gonna do? So I just took an intentional pause, which the congregation thought was an intentional pause. It was like me figuring out, what am I going to say? I just went quiet. I was like, listen, God, wherever you are, please come from there to here. I need you right now. Like, I have something to deliver. So somehow all the words came back and I got through the speech, right? But I'm saying that to say that was 2003. I could have allowed that experience to deter me from becoming a speaker, right? I could have said, okay, I don't have what it takes. I could have allowed the fear, the overwhelming fear on top of that keep me from moving forward. But instead, I mustered through it, and that was 2003. Now I'm a keynote speaker, have lots of fun. And so that's one of my funny, exciting professional experiences. It's hilarious.